Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm giving you 10 things that could help you along your way on ARCraiders. If you guys think I've missed anything, feel free to leave a comment below and let me and others know. Starting off with the big one if you've never played an extraction shooter, and that's if you die, you lose everything you took in game with you. And you also lose everything you managed to find during that game. A lot of people could possibly be turned off by this, but it makes for some intense moments during the game. A bit of advice I could give for this situation is pick and choose what you decide to take in with you. I usually think about what I need to collect in the game and weigh up how important it is, and if it's something more important, I'll take more or better items in with me. But just remember again, if you die you lose everything, so think about what you take in with you. Like in some single player looter games, there's a weight limit while you're in game. So when you pick up items, they all have their own weight, and when you open your inventory, it'll also have your weight limit there. Keep this in the back of your mind because if you pick up too many heavy items, your player will become encumbered and it'll affect how fast you move, and it'll also affect your stamina. It's not too detrimental to your player, but if you do get stuck in a situation where you need to run away fast, like from one of the Rocketeers or the Leapers, it could mean your life or death. One quick note I'd like to also add here is that there's also an inventory limit once you're outside of a match, but it can be expanded using the in-game currency. I'd recommend using your coins on this inventory space early on because it doesn't take that long whatsoever to fill up your inventory. Alright, this is going to be a quick one, but the skill tree. I know this probably sounds pretty self-explanatory, but there's a lot of upgrades that can be done on this thing. Think hard about what skills you need to learn early on. Try to think about it while you're actually in a game. Like, am I struggling to run around because I always run out of stamina so fast? If so, upgrade your stamina. Or do I keep taking fall damage throughout a match, and so on? One thing you should realise early on is that there's also 5 upgrades to each skill. I didn't notice that early on, and it's something that you should be aware of. Building benches. If there's one thing you should focus on as soon as you get ARCraiders, is building all the benches. Track one bench's resources at a time and go into a match, try and find what you need, and try and get out of that match as soon as possible. These benches mean everything to you in ARCraiders. Without these crafting benches, the only way you'll be able to find any good things is if you happen to come across it in match. But most of the time, if you want a certain weapon or grenades, ammo, healing items, you'll be using the crafting benches. Another thing with the workbenches which I don't feel like needs to be an instant priority is being able to upgrade each bench. This obviously takes more resources and is harder to get the resources, but it gives you more items that you can craft. Definitely comes in handy in the long run. One thing to keep in mind is that the weapons workbench has an upgrade path for your weapons. I definitely recommend doing this if you have the resources to do so, because the weapons are pretty weak early on, and these upgrades, they do make a massive difference. So that brings us to number 5, and that is don't just shoot all real players that you see. A lot of ARCraiders Foundation is built on in-game friendships that you can make. Not every real player is an enemy, and I'd say even 80% of real players will use the don't shoot emote, so you don't shoot them. Now use this to your advantage as they might help you take down a robot that you might not be able to take down on your own. You could even possibly talk to them in prox chat and see if they want to swap any items with you. But be aware of some players, even if you and them both say don't shoot, may end up betraying you, so always proceed with caution. I don't think I need to really tell you what people are like in these type of games. There has been multiple times that me and another player have agreed not to shoot each other, and then as soon as I turn around they've shot me in the back. So always keep your eyes out. Alright, so at number 6 is augments. Augments can be great at tending to your needs. There's a bunch of different types of augments. Some let you move around better, and others will let you carry more weight, and have more carrying slots as well. Some have safe spots in them as well, which comes in handy big time. If you ever have an item that you need to take in with you that you don't want to lose if you die, you can place it in your safe spot. Anything you put here you will keep even if you die. I'd say for me personally, the best thing to put in these slots is probably keys for raider hatches and doors, but it's entirely up to you. Keep in mind they don't let you put weapons or healing items into these slots. It's only like materialistic items. If you find something rare in World, maybe consider putting that in there, so if you do manage to die, at least you can take it out with you. At number 7 is quests. When you're in the menus, if you go to the traders, they will have quests for you. I recommend doing these because not only do they give you something to do, but they also give you items. I find this handy especially early on in the game, because for one it helps you understand objectives to do with the game, but also gives you items you probably otherwise wouldn't have early on. When I first started playing ARCraiders, I didn't really know what to do. Then when I realised I could do quests, it made understanding the game a lot easier through just pure game time, but also while having something to do. There's obviously their type of battle pass that they've got on there too, but we all know what battle passes are like by now. They're pretty much in every live service game ever, so just keep that in mind that there is a battle pass there as well. Now, I'm pretty sure that some of the quests in this game that you unlock, you can also manage to unlock things that you would have never had otherwise. So that's another thing to keep in mind, that if you don't do the quest, you might not unlock things that you wouldn't otherwise have. Okay, so at number 8 is recycling, and this can be a little complicated. A lot of items you pick up during the game, you'll notice it says it can be recycled to turn into other certain items. This is something you'll always be using, and an example of this is if you're looking for a certain item and you just can't seem to find it. If you hover over certain items in your inventory and press recycle, it'll pop up with a new menu showing you what the item will turn into. Use this for when you need items for certain quests, or if you need to craft something that requires a certain item. You can also learn a skill that lets you recycle items in-game, and this is also handy for if you need to craft something like a grenade mid-game. I use this one pretty often, and I'm certain that you're going to use it all the time as well. Alright, at number 9, don't shoot robots if you don't think you can take them down. Some of the robots in this game, even the smaller ones like the wasps and the hornets, can take you down on their own. If you don't think you can take them down on your own, get your teammate to help you, or just simply leave it alone. Most of the robots are pretty easy to avoid if you're quiet and keep your distance. One thing that can help you if you get in trouble is lure grenades. These can be great to get them to fly away from you so you can run. Also be aware that if you hover over guns in your inventory, they'll tell you how strong they are against robots. Just keep this in mind as well before you take one on. I'm going to put it on screen now, but I've actually been killed by some pretty small robots on my own. You really do get overwhelmed if there's a whole bunch of them coming at you at once. There's really not much you can do. Alright, finally at number 10. You won't always have games full of action. You'll play games where it feels like you've just picked up a few items and you didn't even have to shoot a weapon. There are games like this, but sometimes that's fine. This game lets you play it at your own pace. If you want the chaos, you can go in guns blazing, shooting robots and real players. Or you can go into a game to chill out and maybe just scavenge items and make a few friends. The good thing is that it's totally up to you what you want to do, and I think that's why this game will have long legs to stand on. It's what makes it as popular as it is right now. It's a super casual game, but it can also be super sweaty, and it's super fun. Alright guys, so like I said at the start of the video, if there's anything that I've missed or that's worth mentioning, leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe. That's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hey there! Hey! Hey there. Thanks!